Hi everyone. Am I audible and visible, guys? Why am I not able to see the chats? Now it's fine. Hey everybody, welcome to the session and wish you all a very happy new year. What a shame. XAT hai 2 दिन बाद. So we are sitting here on New Year's Day and we are solving questions instead of going on a picnic and enjoying sunshine and blue skies. What do you say? Happy New Year to all of you. Happy New Year with XAT questions. पार्टी 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 शाम को करेंगे रंजन, मेरे पास आ जाओ आप. I have got a party and celebration evening planned. Wishing all of you yes, 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 and I sincerely hope this new year shapes things for you. करियर बन जाए आपका, कोई रास्ता मिल जाए आपको, रिजॉल्व हो जाए प्रॉब्लम्स, जो गर्लफ्रेंड या बॉयफ्रेंड रूठे हुए हैं वो मान जाए आपसे, पापा मम्मी आपको ज्यादा पॉकेट मनी देने लगे, आपके जिंदगी में बस रंगे ही रंग आ जाए, मूवीज अच्छी अच्छी आए बॉलीवुड में, है ना, सब कुछ अच्छा हो जाए इस न्यू ईयर में. Maybe the phone that you have been planning to buy, I hope you are able to buy it this year. Blue sky, sunshine वहां नहीं है कृष्णा, यहाँ आ जाओ ना. It's beautiful weather here. Just perfect for a day outing. चलते हैं घूमने. Sanskriti, Muskan, Nausheen, everybody. Welcome to the session. We are going to have a nice 2-hour marathon. Okay. And there's one thing that I wanted to announce right at the beginning. It doesn't make sense for us to squeeze in both VALR and DM together, okay, in one session. So I'm going to give you another session tomorrow or day after tomorrow, the last marathon on decision making. Abhi ke liye we are going to do VALR questions. All right. So what's the agenda of the session? Without further ado, let's move on to this. Solve 17 very important questions from 2014 and 15. So today I have taken you further back. 2018-17 तक तो सबने कर लिया, हमने इतने क्वेश्चंस कर लिए कि अब थक गए वो क्वेश्चंस करते करते. So I said today let me dig into the archives. So 14-15 से I have cherry picked some nice questions connected with grammar, connected with PJ, reading comprehension, fill in the blanks, vocabulary, सारा कुछ मिला जुला करके. This is a nice potpourri that you're going to get. So roll up your sleeves. The next 2 hours are going to be absolutely like a roller coaster and fun filled. Okay, once again, a very happy new year to everybody. Let's start. Okay, yes. So tomorrow is what? Second, probably tomorrow or day after tomorrow, जैसा मैंने बोला, we'll do another one for DM, जिसमें again 14, 15, 13 ऐसा type वाला questions आपको करवा दूंगी. So decision making be solid. अभी तक के हमारे decision making के सारा logic, XAT pattern, everything is in place. Okay. So थोड़ा सा और पुराने का कर लेंगे तो हो जाएगा. VALR स्कोर नहीं दे रहा है. अरे VALR is much tougher than CAT VARC. So VALR में तभी स्कोर आता है बच्चों का जब उनका overall level of English is good. Otherwise, I mean, you know, you're going to just kind of you'll be able to score in parajumbles, grammar, fill in the blanks में थोड़ा बहुत निकल आएगा और poem में 1-2 निकल आएगा. RC is very difficult, much more difficult than CAT VARC. Okay, Nausheen, Chanchal, everybody, shall we start? Come on, dudes. Chale? Ashna Oberoi, great teacher या ये तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं पता मुझे, but I'm a dedicated teacher, dedicated to my students. I know this. Thank you so much for the appreciation. All right, chaliye. Ranjan Rishu, Noshin, Ritansh, Sahu, Ansh, Jeevan, Mohit, everybody, please keep the tempo high. The class is supposed to be energetic. Shabana Ma'am ki class hai with her students. It has to be like absolutely charged up. ठीक है, एकदम खुश, एकदम सब कुछ, forget everything for the time being. जिंदगी में कोई भी पीड़ा, कोई भी गम, कोई भी तकलीफ, कोई भी क्लेश, कुछ भी है, forget everything for the time being. आप और हम बैठे हैं, चाय कॉफी निकाल लो, okay, रेड बुल भी निकाल लो चाहो तो, and let's roll. So, what is the first one? Now, there are these 6 words given here. Let me see how well you guys are prepared for vocabulary. Kako, kako, right? Kako, kako. Kako is what? Root word है cacography, cacophony, calamitous, catastrophic, contraindicative, चलो इसका नहीं पता, मान लेते हैं, cataclysmic, ये सब तो पता है आप लोगों को. Give me the answer. Ritu. Master Shubhanshu, Happy New Year to you too. God bless you. Kako. Kako means what, Ashika? वही तो game है. Vinay, come on. D. 3, 4 and 6. कैसे? Okay. What does this root mean? Kako. Bolo. Kako is bad. Right? We have the opposite, that is euphony. Phony. EU is a root word that means good. Okay? Good, pleasant sounding. EU, euphony. Cacographic, the opposite is calligraphy. Calli is again beautiful, nice. So calligraphy is nice handwriting, cacography is bad handwriting. Euphony is nice sound, cacophony is bad sound. Correct? But we all know calamity, catastrophe, cataclysm. Thank God ये तीनों अच्छे words हैं, easy words हैं. These mean the same thing. Crisis. Right? Yes. I hope you will remember these root words, eu and cali. Okay. There's another one you can remember, belly. B-E-L-L-I. B-E-L-L-Y nahi. B-E-L-L-Y is your tummy. B-E-L-L-I, belligerent, bellicose. Belly is related to war. Ladana. So if somebody has a bellicose nature, the person is cantankerous. The person is a fighter, cock, probably cranky, peevish, ऐसा types. ठीक है? So belly is war और ये 2-3 root words याद कर लो आप, क्या पता इन्हीं में से कुछ आ जाए, है ना? So what is the answer? Yes, it is indeed D. You guys got it. Well done. First one done. Let's roll over to the next one. Shall we? No, coco nahi hai ye, Ram Prasad, please. Coco nahi hai, it's caco. Coco is, yes, as you said, coco dripping with milkshake or dripping whipped milkshake. ठीक है. That sounds very tempting, appetizing. But this is caco. Yeah. Ritu, clear. Belligerent, bellicose. Yeah. Belly is war. Yes, Kapil Raj, I have written over here. Sweethearts, all done. Clear. ठीक है. U is good. If you want, I'll just write them down neatly over here. E, U, U. That's a root word. It means good. Okay. Belly. Belly is war. ठीक है. Then we have got Cali. Cali is nice, good, pretty, beautiful. So calligraphy. Graphy is what? Writing. है ना? And then we have got over here calamitous, catastrophe, cataclysmic. Oh, let me give you the meaning of contraindicative. Contraindicative is what? Something that you would not suggest, or something that you would not prescribe, maybe some medicine, some what should I say, some kind of thing, something that you want to do in order to improve your lifestyle, that is contraindicative. So maybe that is harmful. So contraindicative is something that would not be suggested or prescribed to a person. Got it? So ये बिल्कुल ही अलग है, इसका कोई कनेक्शन नहीं है. ठीक है? Done? चलो, move on to the next one please. This is connected with your confusing pairs जो हम कर चुके हैं पहले. Yes, Benny also means good, Akash Saha. Very good. BENE. Vibhor, at this stage, if I'm teaching you something, it's with this hope that something from this may be there in the test. तो अभी जो मैं पढ़ा रही हूँ, एक्सप्लेन कर रही हूँ, डिस्कस कर रही हूँ, वो तो आप ले ही सकते हो ना. विभोर जैन. So, what's the answer, guys? Going with D. Most of you are going with A. Okay. Right. So, you know the difference between eminent and imminent, do you? Eminent and imminent. Imminent is something like death, old age, some earthquakes, something that is inevitable, something that is bound to happen. Correct? Eminent is what? Personality, like surgeons, film stars, educators, maybe counselors. Okay, so eminent. Directors. Okay? We know these two. What's the meaning of immanent? IMMA, NENT, immanent. I used to get confused with the meaning of immanent till about 4-5 years back. Okay, imminent, eminent दोनों clear था बिल्कुल. Immanent में I would be like, क्या था यार इसका meaning, क्या था यार, समझ ही नहीं आ रहा है, मतलब याद ही नहीं आ रहा है. I used to get stuck. Then I did one thing, and I'll pass it on to you guys. I learned the phrase with immanent, and then, like ever since, I have not forgotten the meaning. I learned two things with immanent. Immanent justice, okay, and immanent characteristics. ये दोनों. I remember in CAT there was a paragraph which spoke about ants being the hard workers. And then there was this thing, they work in groups. They have this social structure and immanent characteristics of ants, I remember. That's how I picked immanent characteristics. And immanent justice, I came across in some article. उसके बाद कभी अगर immanent का भूल जाती हूँ मैं कि immanent था क्या, तो I'm like, अच्छा immanent justice, कैसा justice होगा? Immanent justice. Immanent justice, जो people believe कि हाँ justice is there everywhere, justice prevails, justice आ ही जाती है, karma comes to you. अंग्रेज जो बोलते हैं ना karma, so karma comes to you, justice. Even if you kind of by fluke, even if something bad happens to you, others will say, oh ये ना इसके पुराने कर्मों का ये है, justice prevails. That is immanent justice. You get the point? I think after this discussion, you will not forget what immanent justice is. Justice imminent कब होता है? I'll tell you. Justice imminent होगा जब gangs of वासेपुर की तरह फैजलिया वापस आएगा सबका बदला लेने, बाप का, दादा का, चाचा का, something. ठीक है, he will come back to avenge the death of his family members and then justice is imminent, वो तो हो के रहेगा. In that case justice becomes imminent with that slightly negative thing. Otherwise, just remember these two phrases. So immanent justice means something that is present normally for people, like justice prevails, and immanent characteristics, as in the case of ants, that means inherent characteristics of people or women or men or ants or apes or whatever. Immanent traits, immanent characteristics. Clear? So the answer is definitely C. Now I take you back to this. He is the most dash of speakers we know, renowned. ये तो सबको क्लियर है ना, क्योंकि ये मेरा ग्रामर सुपर 150 में भी था, ग्रामर 150 जिन लोगों ने भी किया है. He is the most eminent of the speakers to address us today. The belief in कैसा justice is the essence of his talk. वो वहां खड़ा होके avenging और revenging और बदला और nemesis की तो बात नहीं करेगा, because he is a speaker, he is addressing us today. He will be neutral, he will talk positive. So if he talks positive, it cannot be imminent justice, जो बदला लेके रहेगा. It has to be immanent justice. Okay? This hall would have been full but for the कैसा rain. कैसा rain? Eminent rain तो हो नहीं सकता है. प्रख्यात नहीं. Imminent rain बोले तो होना था. It had been cloudy all afternoon. We knew that it would rain somewhere in the afternoon, sometime in the afternoon. हमें मालूम था बारिश तो होके रहेगी. It can be imminent rain. ठीक है? So we put imminent over here. Okay. Many in the audience have achieved eminence in their respective fields. Even if you went with eminence, it was A or C or E. But I'm sure you will remember the meanings now very, very clearly. ठीक है, so ये confusing pairs कहलाता है. I have given you these points in my earlier sessions. Quickly, like off the top of my head, I can give you disinterested, uninterested. जरूर से इसको याद रखना. Disinterested is unbiased, neutral, no subjectivity. Like a judge has to be disinterested, an educator has to be disinterested towards her students. Uninterested is उसको कोई interest ही नहीं, तुम क्या कर रहे हो, जाने दो. That is insensitive. Clear? So disinterested, uninterested, eminent, imminent, इस तरह की चीजें जरूर से याद रखना. स्टेशनरी एंड स्टेशनरी होमोफोन्स जो हो गए, ERY, ARY, ठीक है, ये वाले ZAT के फेवरेट्स होते हैं. कंफ्यूजिंग वाले जो पेयर्स होते हैं वो जरूर से देता है ZAT. इफेक्ट, अफेक्ट. All right, done. Let's move on to the next one. Come on. DM कब स्टार्ट होगा? मतलब कितने सारे सेशंस करवा दिए DM के मैंने, 5, 6, 7 करवा दिए. अब तो पूछ रहा है कब स्टार्ट होगा ऋषभ. Come on Shoaib, question number 3. This is a PJ. आज पहले ये क्वेश्चंस करो, 17 क्वेश्चंस VALR के. You guys are going with C? Shubhi says D. नहीं नहीं ऋषभ, आप पहले ये करो जो मैं करवा रही हूं. Some are going with C. All right. What about the others? यार इतने सारे लोग हैं क्लास में, बाकी के आंसर्स कहां हैं? C. Okay. Cool. यार एक बात तो हमेशा प्रूव होती जा रही है, इन VALR PJ is going to be easy. तो भाई जैसा मैंने पहले भी बोला है, first solve grammar, then PJ, then FIB, then direct vocab. Okay, ये कर लो. FIB भी vocab ही है, but direct vocab के questions. Then para based, then go to poem. पोम में एक कर लो and then 4 RCs. 4 RCs बोले तो 4 3s are 12 and 2 एक में रहेगा 14, about 13 to 14 questions. समझ में आ गई मेरी बात? ये आपका सीक्वेंस होना चाहिए to solve and to get good marks. All right, yes. So let's go back to this. How are we solving it over here? First and sixth, ये fixed है. The world of cinema is indeed a strange one and baffles many a critic. Right? कैसे? I'll just show you how to do this one. ये जो 1 and 6 fixed रहता है. You put 1 here, you put 6 here. The world of cinema is indeed a strange one and baffles many a critic. Okay? Perhaps a positive outlook is not unwarranted. A doomsday approach is far too fatal at this stage. इतना भी मत सोचो कि बर्बादी है पूरी खत्म है. Maybe a positive outlook can be squeezed in. Get it? So ये यहाँ बीच में look for pairs. Do not look for the second sentence or second last. पहले pair देख लो. ये बोला है ना, but there are incorrigible optimists who see a bright future. Right? So but there are incorrigible optimists. Right? उसके पहले you need something that says खत्म है, बर्बादी है, कुछ भी नहीं हो सकता इनका. अरे उसके बावजूद there are people, the die hard optimist. भाई प्रतीक इतनी स्पैमिंग करोगे, मैं इग्नोर करूंगी आपका क्वेश्चन और आगे बढ़ जाऊंगी. नहीं कर रही मैं एक्सप्लेन. लिखते रहो आप प्रतीक, लिखते रहो. आपका 15 बार हो गया, मैं जवाब नहीं दूंगी. Hang in there, guys. Is it better now? Can you see and hear me clearly? I think there was a momentary glitch. I don't know what is happening to you guys. इतना chaos, इतना chaos. आप लोग फ्यूचर मैनेजर्स हो? I have my doubts, serious doubts, guys. Kasturi, so good to see you. एक सेकंड में, एक मोमेंटरी ग्लिच में इतनी भगदड़, ऐसा लगता है जैसे हिंदू मुस्लिम का राइट हो गया है. ऐसा करोगे आप? अरे रुक जाओ, मैं भी इसी प्लैनेट पे ही अपना वाईफाई लेके बैठी हूं. एक आध मोमेंटरी ग्लिच कहीं तो हो सकता है ना. Now it's good, right? Okay, chalo. All right, now coming back to this. Somebody asked me why not 1? SQPR. The world of cinema, they say, has its own attraction. Guys, जो भी 1 लगा रहा है starting with S, क्या critic बोलेगा कि cinema has its own attraction? समझाओ मुझे ये बात please. Somebody from the audience asked me why not 1? So 1 means they say its own attraction. World of cinema has its own attraction. Critic बोलेगा मैं तेरी बुराई करता हूं लेकिन फिर भी world of cinema has its own attraction. कैसा होता है ये sentence? Who will say it has its own attraction? जो उसकी तारीफ कर रहे हैं. It has a bright future. वही तो बोलेंगे ना. So it is C. Pratik, is it clear? Pratik, where are you? You asked me, I think, something. Yeah? Optimists will say, yes, Pavanaj. You can understand that. I'm sure even others can understand that. Pratik, your question was, why not 1, right? Is it clear now? Why would the critics say this? Yes, Yashasvi and Kasturi and everybody done with this. That's okay, Pratik. I understand. You wanted me to see your comment. That's why you were spamming. So noble intention mein tha. It's okay. Chalta hai. Chalo. Come on. Let's move forward now, please. You are going to get stuck in this for sure. Gaurav, Kasturi, Arithro, Karman, do this. D, yay. Not a term of disapproval. Childlike. क्यों? You know the meanings of imbecile and charlatan? Pratik, Kapil Raj, do you know the meanings? Priya, childlike innocence. Pavnaj, I'm impressed. Very good. Again, Zat ka favorite. Similar words but with some difference. Childish, child-like. And as Pavnaj said, very rightly, childlike innocence. This is a positive word. Childish harkatein, childish behavior. That pisses us off, right? So, childish is negative, childlike is positive. Infantile is childish. Okay, ये this is the meaning. Please लिख लो ये meanings. You never know इसमें से कौन सा आ जाए. Infantile is childish. I'll give you another word here. Puerile, Puerile, puerile. That is childish. Okay, infantile, puerile, childish, तीनों एक हैं. Charlatan is an imposter or quack. बत्तख वाला quack नहीं. Quack means धोखेबाज. So imposter या quack. Imbecile. Imbecile is stupid. Dunce. Right? Something that doesn't make sense. Childlike is positive and awful you know very well. Pratik, is it clear to you? Aryan, is it clear to you? Yashasvi, Kasturi Thorat, Kapil Raj. Guys, मैं इसी उम्मीद से पढ़ाती हूं कि हमें नहीं पता इनमें से कौन सा रिपीट हो, because that has a clear, like it has precedence. Papers in which things have been repeated, words from some other papers have been repeated. Grammar points are like often repeated. So कर लो, you never know क्या आ जाए. ठीक है? Yes. So charlatan, infantile, puerile, childish, ये दे दिया मैंने आपको, ये है. Childlike is positive. ठीक है? Childlike innocence, imbecile, ये सब हो गया. सब clear? Next, move on please. So yes, the answer is D. PJ. Ashika Jain, Akash Saha, do this. Come on. श्रेयसोम और नहीं देना. B और C वहां पे नहीं चलता है. It has to be B और C. एक पकड़ना है. रंजन कह रहा है देखो चालाकी AB. सृजन, राम प्रसाद. कितना मस्त नाम लगता है मुझे, राम प्रसाद. है ना, ऐसा लगता है फिल्मों में कहीं कोई पुकार रहा है. राम प्रसाद लोहिया. संस्कृति, मुदित. अरे इतने सारे डिफरेंट आंसर्स हैं आप लोगों के. चलो देखते हैं. इट इज बी. वाई. यहां कोई फिक्स्ड नहीं है. 1 to 5 all the sentences have to be shuffled. Right, Ram Prasad, Neeraj, Kashish, Shoaib, Ranjan. Now, it is certainly true that the critics, those persons whom the dictionary describes as skilled, इतना लंबा सेंटेंस यार कौन पढ़ेगा पूरा, मैं तो नहीं पढ़ रही. किनारे कर दे भाई नंबर 1 को, नहीं जानना मुझे. But not close enough, ये पकड़ लेते हैं. But not close enough, it would seem, for this marriage constitutes, before sentence 2, I need something in which some marriage or some alliance, some kind of synergy is discussed. Right? So in this marriage constitutes the case of an absolute desire encountering a relative compliance. You didn't understand, that's okay. But here there is something that can be connected with the previous sentence. Look here, the reviewers by contrast. I know for a fact 3 has to be here because it says by contrast. So before that something else has to be there. Come close to being the most loyal and effective allies the commercial theatre could possibly desire. Right? By contrast, most loyal and effective allies. So before this we are talking about some enemies. Right? Some opposition, that is here, critics. So 1 can be here. I hope you guys are paying attention. Then later don't tell me why not that. So 3 is talking about by contrast. This has to be opposite. Most loyal and effective allies, allies of friends. Here we need to put opposition. Critics we put here. Right? Perhaps the greatest irony in a situation bursting with ironies is the reiterated idea that the critics are killing the theatre. The critics. Okay. Critics are killing the theatre. Okay, maybe we can explain, or I'm not sure kahan dalna hai. Let it be. We all know that when theatre people or members of the public refer to the critics, they nearly always mean the reviewers. This is an explanation of who the critics are. This much is clear? I'll repeat the points. I'm not sure about this sentence. It's a long sentence. I'm not interested in reading it. But not close enough. This marriage constitutes. I put 2 over here. I don't know what sentence would come before that. 3, by contrast. I put it here, and before that, by contrast. So critics come here, friends come here. Okay. Then we all know that theatre people or members, they always mean the reviewers. This is an explanation of the question, who are the critics? Right. So 5 we can put somewhere like this, and I need something before 5 because it's an explanation. Okay. Now what I would do as the second step is read 1 and 3. Because 1 and 3 forms the framework around which I have to put my sentences. It is certainly true that the critics, those persons whom the dictionary describes as skilled in judging, yahi to karte hain critics, especially of literary or artistic work, have long harbored murderous thoughts, extreme, about the conditions of drama, but the ineffectuality as public executioners is legendary. Right? Now, I'll point out one thing to you. They are killing everything, right? Killing the theatre. So I would easily put 4 and 1 and 3. Do you see my point here? Everybody, if you're following me, you will be able to understand this easily. If you're not listening to me, God help you. So here I said, we all know in 4 we said they are killing the theatre. How are they killing it? Then you explain. Long sentence that explains it, Ashika. Murderous, okay? Public executioners. Long sentence is always explanatory of the preceding one. So I put 1 over here because it's explaining how they are killing, and 3 over here because it shows contrast the allies. That's it. 4, 1, 3. Go down and look for 4, 1, 3. 4, 1, 3 in this sequence. They need not be close together, but in this sequence. 4, 3, 1 out. 4, 1, 3. 4, 1, 3. This also we have to keep. 4, 1, 3. This also. This is out. Now it's between B, C and D. You will start with 4 or 2. See, it zeroes in on this. Okay? So 4 or 2. 4 says perhaps the greatest irony they are killing, but no close. We cannot start with this. You see this? So we eliminate this. This is anyway eliminated. This is eliminated. We are left with these 2. Now it becomes easy. You see my point? Ending with 3 or ending with 2. 3 में क्या है? The reviewers by contrast, allies, okay, possibly desire. And 2 है, but not close enough it would seem, for this marriage constitutes the case of an absolute desire, this. This marriage, this support. Most loyal and effective allies the commercial theatre could desire. This goes after this. this marriage, this support, this, allegiance to something, allegiance to theatre. Is it clear now how we solved it? So in XAT PJ, please work according to options. Do not think you are one dhurandhar and you are going to read the sentences and decode them and then do it. You're going to take too much of time. Ashutosh, clear? Ashika, all right, done. Next. Let's see if you can crack this. Yes, Sanskriti, it doesn't. Okay, I think it's okay now. It's not a Wi-Fi problem. I think there was some technical glitch on the YouTube channel site, on the page. So it's nothing to do with Wi-Fi. I checked the speed also. Everything is fine. Yeah. Relax, guys. I acknowledge that there was a problem. But then that was from the page itself, from the site. Yes. Come on, everybody. Now, in this question, I think we can easily eliminate. Are we all ready to solve this, everybody? In the traditions of many religions throughout the world, including, there has long been a sustained belief that the universe did not exist forever in the past. Okay, XAT gives you such questions in which the last sentence is deleted or the first sentence is deleted. So you have to complete the paragraph keeping the flow in mind. All right. So here he says, today did not exist forever in the past, and that there was a spontaneous act which gave birth to all that has been. Spontaneously it came into existence, and all that will be. In other words, so this is explaining that the universe itself has not been eternal, but not been eternal, but something with a life, with a shelf life, with an expiry date. You get it? Right? Or maybe it came later. It has not been eternal. Elimination. Ball of intense energy. Energy is not being discussed there. Everybody. There is no talk of energy. There is only talk of how it came into existence, when it came into existence. Eliminated. Religious beliefs. Out of scope. Out of scope. But our senses give us the right knowledge, but has a limited lifespan after its creation. However, it could not have been created. Now look here, senses might indicate at first glance has not been eternal. However, it could not have been created. This is not giving you the opposite thing. This would come as the last sentence if the paragraph was discussing, was it created by God or did it come into existence by the Big Bang theory? You understand, Kasturi, Arithro and everybody? The last one could. Guys, am I back? There was some server problem, guys. It's okay. हो जाता है कभी कभी. Fine now? All right. No problem at all. चलो. कोई नहीं. सर्वर भी तो इंसान है, जाने दो उसको, ठीक है। सो ऑन दैट सर्वर थिंग देयर वाज अ प्रॉब्लम, वो टेक्निकल ग्लिच हो रहा था बार बार, अभी आई थिंक इट हैज बीन रिजॉल्व्ड, इट्स ओके। चलो चलो चलो, ऑलराइट, या सो आई वाज शोइंग यू द एलिमिनेशन, ठीक है। इंटेंस एनर्जी आउट ऑफ स्कोप, रिलीजियस बिलीव्स आउट ऑफ स्कोप, ओके, गिव अस द राइट नॉलेज आउट ऑफ स्कोप, ये तीनों से मतलब नहीं है, राइट। एंड आई शोड यू इट कुड नॉट हैव बीन क्रिएटेड is not being discussed. I mean, we are not discussing who created it or whether it was created or not created or something. So this is out and this is the only one that is opposite. Right, everybody? And please remember, XAT can give you first sentence also ukhad ke complete the paragraph, or it can give you here. Sometimes it can also give you some middle sentence. So CAT में आपने किया है flow के हिसाब से, like fill in the blanks वाला. For this you need to understand के opposite है यहाँ जैसे है ना, has not been this, in other words it has not been this, so not this but that, so what is it? ठीक है, okay, thinking of B, no, B is wrong, it is A. Done. Now next one please. AK गुप्ता, सानिया पे ध्यान दो ना, छोड़ दो प्लीज, यहाँ क्वेश्चंस हैं, मैं हूं, हम पर ध्यान दो ना यार। अरे भाई रुको रुको रुको, दो तीन लोगों का ये है religious beliefs wala, you are asking me, okay. Yagnadev, Pretzel, hang in there. Yeah, I'll explain. Hang in there, everybody, please hang in there. In the traditions of many religions throughout the world, there has long been a sustained belief, okay, as we know it today. So religious, in some religious beliefs, it was given that it did not exist forever, right? But what is the last sentence saying, guys? This fill in the blank or this complete the paragraph has to be according to the last sentence. So what is the last sentence saying? Universe has not been eternal, but what? But if you put this religion wala, however on second glance, can you put, however on second glance our religious beliefs are right. So religious beliefs to bola tha ki it wasn't external. Are you getting my point here? देखो यहाँ religious belief said what? Wasn't eternal, right? Here you are saying the universe was not eternal. Last line. Not eternal, right? If you put here it wasn't eternal, but our religious beliefs are right. Religious beliefs agree with this line. So why would you put however? Do you see my point now? Pretzel या जिसको भी ये प्रॉब्लम हो रही थी कि why not religious belief, religious यहाँ दिया हुआ है तो इसलिए होगा. Do you get it, guys? Is it clear? Got it? All right, pretzel is clear. Chalo, next one please. ऋषिराज नहीं होगा आज स्टार्ट डीएम, आपको ये नहीं करना है सॉल्व तो आप जा सकते हो. Most meaningfully follow. What does it mean? After this. So they haven't given you a dash, but this is actually complete the paragraph. Right? Everybody is going with B. Sanu says D. Shubhi B. Sanya, Achal, Shoaib. Okay. All right. Yes, it is B. Pretzel, what is your answer? Kasturi, what about you? I'm sure you got B. Okay. B. All right. Now, what does it say? It is a curious historical fact that modern quantum mechanics began with two quite different mathematical formulations, right? Modern quantum mechanics, two different, right? Ye Schrödinger and this matrix algebra of Heisenberg. You know the Schrödinger cat wala thing, hai na? Okay, matrix algebra of this, the two apparently dissimilar approaches, they are dissimilar, were proved to be mathematically equivalent. They are dissimilar, later equivalent, right? Otherwise, they were dissimilar. Earlier, the two formulations were similar, eliminated. It goes against this chart, right? Quantum mechanics evolved in the 20th century and came very close to particle physics, especially after this. Don't you think this should go to another paragraph in which separately you'll explain quantum mechanics ka evolution kab hua? Technical and evolution eliminated. Got it? Yes, Aritro. A third mathematical formulation given by Feynman. Here we are talking about two. Bring in the third one in some other paragraph, right? Eliminated. The two approaches did not start with the same mathematical formulations, right? Here you can put proved to be mathematical. कोई नहीं, back office team is there. They are helping us. चिंता ना करो अब बहुत ज्यादा. 1 Jan है तो वाईफाई कह रही हूँ, सर्वर परेशान हो रहा है. Yeah, I'm here. Sorted? Come back, yeah. देखो जीवन आपका है आया है और जीवन आपका है कह रहा है इवनिंग मैम. मानती हूं कि जीवन आपका है, लेकिन इसका मतलब ये थोड़ी कि दोपहर इवनिंग हो गया, इवनिंग रात हो गया, ऐसे. ऑडियो डिले क्या करूं मैं? Cannot do anything now. There is a problem. Can you guys see and hear me now? Bolo guys. It's better. Okay. Question number 8. जीवन आपका है, आप करते रहो स्पैमिंग. I choose to ignore. चलिए. Yes guys. जिनको पढ़ना है प्लीज इसको आप कर लो. Is the lag still there or not? 7 कंप्लीट हो गया था ना? I don't know what the problem is. First thing, can you hear me? Yeah? All good? Yeah. No lag. Right. Okay. Done. If you're still facing a problem, you need to refresh. I think from the back office side, it has been resolved. Got it? Okay. All right. I finished explaining this question. I said here, dissimilar were proved to be mathematically equivalent, and I said it was between A and B. A could have been the answer had we put here however. However, the two approaches did not start with the same. Now they were proved to be mathematically equivalent. However, they did not start with the same thing. Please explain this part. Okay, how will you explain this part? How are they mathematically equivalent? These 2 points were destined to complement, एक दूसरे को balance, right, and were ultimately synthesized, brought together, combined in this transformation theory, right? So B is the answer. Done. Next one, please. You have to weaken the above argument. I'll give you one tip here, Kasturi, Aritro, Reena, Spy, Vikash, everybody. Locate the main conclusion. There are only 2 sentences in the paragraph up there, here. Like not even 2 sentences, but there are 2 parts. Okay? 2 sentences. This is sentence 1 and this is sentence 2. If you identify the wrong conclusion, you're going to get your answer wrong. Got it? Please take this tip if you are interested in learning, you have to apply this tip here. Which sentence is the conclusion? Abhinav and Aryan and Yashasvi and Akshat. Which sentence is the conclusion? 1 or 2? Kanishka, Ayushi, Nausheen. Sentence 1 is the conclusion? Yes. In case you are confused, I'll give you this point here. Shoaib, सुन लो ध्यान से. Critical reasoning में it's very important to find out the conclusion first. Call this sentence X. Call this sentence Y. In a critical reasoning paragraph, the conclusion will be either the first sentence or the last sentence. All right? Either this or this. If there is however, nevertheless, consequently, in spite of, despite, something over here, definitely the last sentence is the conclusion. Otherwise, if you want to find out which sentence is the conclusion, you have to do this technique. In this paragraph, there are only 2 sentences. ठीक है यशस्वी? Call this X and call this Y. If X leads to Y, Y is the conclusion. If Y leads to X, X is the conclusion. I'll show you how. Ranu is an ordinary sports person. So, in the last 2 university days, her performances in the heats were pathetic. Or, we will say this way, in the last 2 university sprint events, her performances were pathetic, so we can say that she is an average sports person. You decide what leads to what, and according to that, which sentence is the conclusion. बोलो, मुझे answer नहीं चाहिए. I need to know what leads to what and what is the conclusion. चलो guys, Yashasvi, Priya. कोई बताएगा मुझे क्लास में? मुस्कान, रौनक. वन वन लिखते चले जा रहे हो आप लोग, कोई मतलब ही नहीं है मैं यहाँ क्या पूछ रही हूँ, कोई मतलब नहीं, लिखते चले जाओ. Yes, Rishiraj, X leads to Y. Okay. Yes, Sanskriti, 2 leads to 1. Y leads to X. You have to understand this, otherwise you will get it wrong in critical reasoning in XAT. Okay, just try to put so. Ranu is Ranu is an ordinary sports person. So sprint events ऐसा हुआ था? No. Ranu ने ऐसा ऐसा perform किया, so we can say that she is an ordinary sports person. So X leads to Y. So this sentence is the conclusion. Now you have to weaken sentence 1. You have to say, गलत बोल रहे हो आप. Ranu is not an ordinary sports person. How? उसने ये किया था, उसने ये किया था, वो ऐसी है, ऐसा. You get the point now? Akash Saha, Karman, Samidha, Sanskriti, Shivam. Do you get the point here now? She is not an ordinary sports person. Kasturi, Ram Prasad, what's your answer to this? I need to know some more answers. Okay. Samidha. Shivam. Okay. Shoaib. I can see your answers coming in. Okay, good, Samidha. Akash. Nausheen, very good. On the basis of one performance, Kasturi, one performance in the last 2 university sprint events, in the heat, sprint is what? Running race. Right? In the last 2 university sprint events, pichle do, running race, her performances in the heats were pathetic. On the basis of that, we can say she is an ordinary sports person. This is a fallacy of reasoning called hasty generalization. On the basis of 1 or 2 incidents, you are claiming that she is an ordinary sports person. Array, why are you not looking at her other things? Maybe she's a shot put champion, maybe she's a javelin thrower, maybe she's a good rower, maybe she's a swimming champion. You're not looking at the things that she does. You're just looking at one thing as a sports person. You're just looking at one thing. Sports person means it can be various things. So you have to weaken the above argument by saying, कुछ और भी किया है उसने, why don't you consider those things? Right? So she is a national shot put champion. At the national level, she has won this. You're not considering that. You're just looking at this, that she lost in this and her performance was pathetic. Right? You get it? So B has to be the answer. Why not the others? I'll eliminate these for you. She had participated in the college swimming competition and finished last. This though is supporting it. Eliminated. Okay. Ranu was the only player who represented her college in the sprint events. This does not weaken it. ये कह रहा है participated. जीती या हारी. You need a statement that shows you winning. This is only showing participation, not winning or losing. This is out. In the college sprint events, Ranu always won. Right? Okay, in the college sprint events, Ranu always won. But today she has lost. So on the basis of this, I can say no, she is an ordinary sports person. Will this weaken it more? Or this? National level. Here you are showing college sprint level, college events. Here you are saying national shot put event. National level. This will weaken him more. Many of you went with C. I'll show you what C is. The last 2 times Ranu had to compete with national level runners, had to compete with national level. Isme. Had she been in other heats, she would have reached quarterfinals. That means she is only at college and university level types. National level se compete जैसे ही करना पड़ा, हार गई. So she is an ordinary sports person. So this is supporting the claim. Do you get it or not, Sanskriti and everybody? Why is C eliminated? Because C supports it. हाँ हाँ, जैसे ही नेशनल लेवल पे compete करने की बात आई, ये तो उखड़ गई. She can only compete, college का heats and quarterfinals and all. Other players होते तो she could have won it. You get it, Kasturi Thorat? C is supporting it. This one is supporting it. Okay, represented. This is talking only about representation, no winning or losing. Right? I am left with E and B. Always one. This is winning. Which one is stronger? This one is stronger. National shot put champion. So this weakens it more. Got it? Okay, chalo. Next. Come on, guys. आशिका, कितनी बार समझाया है मैंने कैट के दौरान भी, क्रिटिकल रीजनिंग, स्ट्रेंथ एंड वीकेंड में हमेशा एक्सट्रीम लिया जाता है. You should know the difference between this and this. Come on, guys. Arithro, are you there? Nobita, Yashasvi, are you there? Yagnadev, Shoaib. All right. Who can give me the meaning of proscribed, Ashika? Prescribe is suggesting. The doctor prescribes you medicines. Your counselor can prescribe certain things. I prescribe you daily reading and vocabulary building. What is prescribe? Yes, proscribed is banned, forbidden. Go back to the sentence. Try to read the meaning here. Despite repeated requests from the council for what? इसको prosecute करो, इसको prosecute करो, इसको prosecute करो. कोर्ट ने बोला ना 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 ना. The court has prescribed or court has proscribed? Decide that first. Tell me, prescribed or proscribed? Proscribed, right? So this, this and this. Correct? Proscribed, proscribed, proscribed. Right, Nobita? Then, it is dash that the accused had this, this, this. It is inferred, implied, inferred. Both mean the same thing. But if you understand something, you are inferring. If somebody is telling you something, hint, giving you hint, that person is implying something. So implied or inferred? Tell me. Somebody is telling you, right? Somebody is telling you about something that happened. So it is hinted at. It is implied, okay? So implied. So inferred out, inferred out. Yes, it is C. Yes? Now, what is the difference between deportment and demeanor? Deportment is behavior, okay, from all criminal activities by adopting the dash of a sannyasi. Deportment of a sannyasi, behavior of a sannyasi, demeanor of a sannyasi. With a sannyasi, mainly you put demeanor. Deportment is how you act in front of others, how you perform, how you behave. So deportment of sannyasi is kind of slightly odd. Okay, so demeanor of a sannyasi. Done. Despite repeated requests, the court has forbidden a lie detector. Court ने बोला मत करो, नहीं, क्योंकि court ने पैसा खा लिया है. Right, got it? So demeanor, deportment, and deportment has nothing to do with sending back to the original country. No. Deport किया गया है, वैसा नहीं. This is deportment. Deportment is behavior. ठीक है? So behavior of a sannyasi, demeanor, attitude of a sannyasi, calmness of a sannyasi. All right, done. So the answer has to be C. Clear? Chalo, next one. इसमें तो पक्का फंसोगे. first two sentences here. Right, so I'm going to pay special attention from here to here. Right? Overt causes, you know the meaning of overt and covert. Overt is open, covert is hidden. So overt causes can have only overt effects, right? Covert effects have only covert causes. Right? Good. You know the art of elimination, very good. In these first two lines, there is no sense of only. Correct? Overt effects can have covert causes. Covert causes means hidden causes, but there can be some open effects. Demonstrate that there is a psychological technique possible to interpret dreams. Right? And that application, every dream will reveal itself. Overt, right? As a psychological structure. Covert, right? Psychological. And the dreams manifest that. So this is overt, right? Full of significance and one which may be assigned a specific place in the psychic activities. Reason, cause, right? So can be, maybe, correct? This is good. You can't judge a book by its cover. This is like absolutely not connected. Right? And this is elimination on the basis of extreme. In these first two lines, there is no sense of only given there. ठीक है? Next. एक गुप्ता डीएम तो करवा ही नहीं रही हूं मैं आज. आप बेकार ही वेट कर रहे हो खाली पीली. बोलो गाइस. हाँ, दावत पे मेरे घर आओ, डीएम करवाती हूँ मैं बिठा करके बालकनी में आप लोगों को. जिसको जिसको डीएम करना वहां प्यार से करना बैठ के डीएम. हाँ बोलो, क्या है आंसर इसका? बी. आर यू श्योर अबाउट इट? ये देख लो. आर्यन अग्रवाल बेचारा ई कह रहा है, बाकी सब बी को लेके निकले हुए हैं. वाई? संस्कृति सेड ई. Kasturi confused between B and E. Okay, I'm here. Statement 1 is what? Come on everybody. Keep the tempo high and keep an open mind. Statement 1 is what? मेरे साथ पढ़ो, मेरे साथ समझो. If you want to understand the causes that existed in the past, look at the results as they are manifested in the present. Manifested is such a trending word, you all know the meaning of that. Causes, past. Look at the results as they are manifested in the present. So past you want to understand? Check the results. They are there in the present. Correct? Murli did not work as hard as his friends, but had secured first rank in the examination. Correct? So this is cause, did not work as hard as his friends. But had secured first rank in the examination. So irrespective of this, I mean he did not work hard, he secured first rank. This is effect. Which of the following options is correct with respect to the above two statements? Don't go down to the options yet. Okay? Kasturi, first hear me out on this. What is the relationship between these two statements? This is how we will do it. Understand the causes, okay? So this is a generalized thing. Right? And then this is an example. Example, this is a generalized statement. Correct? example. Now, whenever you have an example, right, the example may not be 100% depiction of that generalized situation. An example can depict 80%, 90%, 95% of that generalized statement, but it may not depict 100%. Another point, ye sun lo yahan pe, another point. If the example is given in the beginning as statement 1 and then you come down to statement 2, okay, statement 2 connects with statement 1. You get it? Murli did not work as hard as his friends but had secured first rank. First the example. Let's change it. So, if you want to understand, look at the results as they are manifested in the present. So, this statement 1 then would be opposite of statement 2 or would contradict statement 2. Okay? I'm trying to show this here. Statement 2 I put first. Okay? And statement 1 I put here. Like this. So, this would be here. He did this, did this. And on the basis of this, we are coming up with a generalization. So when you come up with a generalization like this, this would be contradicting the example. But here, what is happening? First, the generalization. Second, the example. Right? Deductive reasoning, inductive reasoning. Okay? This is what is happening here. So instead of asking you directly deductive reasoning, inductive reasoning, they have given it to you in this form. So sentence 2 and sentence 1. Sentence 1 is your generalization. You start your paragraph with this. Then you give an example in order to elucidate that point. The example may not be 100% connected with that generalization. Got it? So in this case, this generalization will be true even if this is there or not there or whatever. Had it been this case, pehle example and then the generalization, then you would have said no, on the basis of that if you're generalizing it, so it is contradicting. Got it? So let's eliminate now. If statement 2 is, if statement 2 is right, okay, this one, statement 1 is invalid. Okay, you cannot make statement 1 invalid over here because you are starting with your generalization. So statement 1 rahega. Statement 1 and 2 are contradictory to each other? Not necessarily. Statement 2 can depict a part of it because ye aapka example hai. Try to get this point overall, inductive reasoning, deductive reasoning. Okay? So inductive is when you give an example. This is inductive. समझ लो सही से, this is inductive. पहले an example and then the generalization. Okay? This one is deductive. ठीक है? Deductive में you first come up with something. So this and this are not exactly contradictory. He did not work as hard as his friends but had secured first rank in the examination. पूरे opposite थोड़े हैं. He did not work as hard as his friends. Okay? Now try to understand this. Maybe Murli did work hard. He worked 98%, but his friends worked 100%. Okay. And he secured first rank in the examination. But still he studied, right? We cannot say that it's completely opposite. Murli did not study at all. Are you getting the point? This is extreme. Murli did not study at all. Then it would have been contradictory. So this is eliminated. If statement 2 is right, this is invalid. Okay, invalid nahi ho sakta hai is case mein because we started with this sentence with statement 1 as the generalization. This is eliminated. Okay, come to C. Statement 2 supplements statement 1. Ye to bilkul hi nahi hai because statement 1 is saying look at the results as they are manifested in the present. So there is a slight deviation. Statement 2 is telling you he did not work as hard. Still he got first position. Why did his friends not get the first position? You're getting the point? Why did his friends not get the first position? So supplement to bilkul nahi kar raha hai. This is eliminated for sure. Statement 2 is a rare occurrence and hence irrelevant. Why would you call it irrelevant? Rare occurrence, extreme. This is out. Why not option E? That's my question. Statement 1 will hold true even if statement 2 is valid. Now, even if statement 2 is valid, it's okay. Statement 1 कह रहा है आपको causes, they all studied. Look at the results as they are manifested. They all studied. Okay? Study, it leads to good results. It's not that Murli did not study at all. Murli studied. He got first position. He did not work as hard as his friends but had secured first rank in the examination. Maybe besides study there was one extra factor that contributed to his coming first. Maybe exam panic. Do you get my point now, everyone? Everyone, all of you, are you there? Hang in there. All of them studied. Murli, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, uske sare friends. And the results came. Okay? So, maybe there was one extra factor. They all panicked. Murli didn't panic in the exam. So, Murli got the first position. So, how can you say that because he got the first position, this is invalid? Are you getting it? How can this be invalid? Or how can these contradict each other? Because there can be one extra element over there because of which this kind of result came. Had your statement said Murli did not study at all, you would have said contradictory. You would have said now it is becoming invalid. But they all studied. And he did not study as hard as his friends till he got the first position. So there was something else in the picture. Maybe. So completely invalid, completely contradictory, supplementary, hai nahi. Right? So this is the only one that will be the answer because statement 1 will hold true. Past. Padh liya un logon ne. Okay? Look at the results. You got the results. It is true. Even if statement 2 is valid. Statement 2 आपने दिया है. Good, I agree with you. कि ठीक है, he got the first rank. Still, statement 1 को you cannot shake. Alright? Yes, Aditya, it matters which is given first. That is what we call inductive and deductive. Okay, chalo next. Your passage, one passage with 3 questions and then 2 more short questions. You know that we have to read the passage. How big is the passage? 4 paragraphs. Read it, please. Done. Next slide. Are we done reading this? Am I back? बोलो बोलो बोलो. Back. No? आज सर्वर परेशान है भाई. कोई नहीं, चलो जाने दो उसको. चलो ये वाला करते हैं, ठीक है? ओके. So you guys finished reading? Yeah? Question 12. What can the answer be? बोलो. सुन रही हूं मैं, सुन रही हूं. कुछ नहीं हो रहा रंजन ऋषु, ऐसी छोटी छोटी बातें होती रहती हैं बड़े बड़े शहरों में, सो प्लीज टेंशन ना लो हर चीज का. ठीक है, चलो बोलो क्या करना है इसका. ए और सी? सी. सात्विक, ओके कूल. इट्स ए, राइट. Nursery student learning. The passage is talking about learning, right? Brain has areas of specialization, research concerning, ठीक है? It says what? Recent research suggests such an approach neither reflects nor how it functions. To the contrary, in most higher vertebrates interact together as a whole brain with the external world. Learning is about making connections with the brain and between the brain and the outside world. Right? So, what does this mean? अब ये question आपका क्या कह रहा है? Nursery student learning will be what? Learning will be, obviously उसने बोला है, as you grow older, you connect with the world. Isn't this what he said just now? अभी हमने जो पढ़ा. Brain systems interact together as a whole brain with the external world. What does this mean? Neural something, now direct evidence that when learning occurs, something creates connections, not only this but also distant neurons, simple circuits to this. So it is something so complicated that keeps growing. So if it is an infant that we are talking about, छोटा बच्चा, उसको तो कुछ मिला ही नहीं है अभी. ये जैसे बोला है in early stages of learning, activated piecemeal, incompletely and weakly. Do you see this, everybody? So those of you who were going with C, the answer is given there. Right? So nursery student, early stages of learning. Piecemeal means टुकड़ों में, disconnected, थोड़ा थोड़ा. Right? So we are done with this. Okay, next one. Is it clear? I mean, इसमें should I show elimination because it's given there so clearly? I showed you the portions and then here it is activated piecemeal in the early stages of learning. Early stages of learning means infant, toddler, right? Okay, and here it says clearly with more experience, practice and exposure, the picture becomes clearer and more detailed. So the older you get, the better the picture becomes, right? More detailed, clearer, right? Okay, chalo, next one. Consistent. True ढूंढ रहे हो आप? चलो सानिया. Easiest ये दिख रहा है, receives input from multiple external sources. Okay, so you guys are going with B. Well done. Great. 2 and 3. ये कह रहा है आपको consistent with the ideas expressed. Now, how will we do this? सुनो, How will we do this? The two hemispheres of the brain are responsible for learning autonomously. यहाँ clearly इसने बोला है, ये कहाँ गया? Chemical this communication between this, और ये बोला है brain with the external world. ये learning has occurred. Interact together as a whole brain, right? And between this, okay, so within the brain and outside. So if you are saying autonomously, this is false. You agree with me? Right, Sanya? Simultaneous activation of circuits can take place in different areas of the brain. Simultaneous activation of circuits. You can go and check. अभी देखते हैं इसको. There are specific regions of the brain associated with sight, touch and smell. The easiest thing to verify, sight, touch, smell. Go back, right? Now, if you remember here, यहाँ पे क्या बात की है इसने? यहाँ देखो. Activated the evidence also, circuits, simple ones, complex ones हो गया, right? And then we go over. Also begin to form associated with visual, tactile, olfactory. Simple rephrasing खेला है उसने. Olfactory is smell, tactile is touch, visual is vision. Correct? This is given. So there are certain specific associated with sight, touch and smell. This is true, right? This one is false. I don't need one in my answer. Eliminated, eliminated, right? I need 3 in my answer. So these 2. You agree with me? Now I need to just check 2 or 5. 5 is so easy. Learning is not the result of connections between neurons. उसने बोला within the brain connected and brain with the outside world connected. So this is false. Eliminated. This is out. This is your answer. Correct, Sampreet and everybody? All right, quickly. चलो next. ये तो बहुत ही प्यारा question है. ये और इसके बाद वाला भी. और ये XAT का favorite तरीका भी है. फला proverb. Which one explains the passage? तुम लोग को ई का मीनिंग मालूम है? Many a mickle makes a muckle. This means what? Small things add up to big things. I think you can eliminate here. Yes, Aryan, yes. It is talking about learning that grows with age. It is talking about more experience, better learning, right? ऐसी बात की है इसने. Child is the father of man? Definitely not. He says older people learn more. They have more connection, more experience. All's well that ends well. कोई रामलीला, कोई पिक्चर नहीं चल रही है ना? कि all's well that ends well. You can't teach old dog new tricks. Learning is more in the senior people, in the older people. This is out. This and this. When the student is ready, the master appears. क्या connection है इसका? I think this makes more sense. Many a mickle makes a muckle means you keep throwing in small things. All these small things put together, they get connected and they give you the bigger picture. That is the learning, that is knowledge. Right? Okay. ये वाला question करो, बहुत ही मजेदार है. This is the QOTD because it's cute. Tell me. Say guys. Good. With age it improves. That's what he says, no? Might. Will learn more नहीं बोला है. Might learn more if both of them started at the same time. Good. So, I'll repeat my point, Shoaib, here. After the 4th question of this passage. In XAT, it works this way. You read the entire passage word for word, like carefully, properly, pay special attention to the examples and to the data given. Then you go to the questions, and more often than not you will be able to solve 2-3 questions all together without even jumping back and forth. Got it? ये होता है XAT में. Another point, in RC of XAT, elimination works wonders. All right? Only extreme बहुत देते हैं. चलो, the penultimate question. This is an easy blank. This is an easy blank. Yes, Shoaib, Aryan. I think that's great if you guys could get A. Very, very nice. Here, treatment of a host of emotional and behavioral disorders, a group of, a swarm of, a pride of, a parliament of, a flock of, a panel of. Similarly, a host of. Correct? A तो चाहिए ही चाहिए. A, इसमें. Now, you integrate something in something. You don't integrate for. You add something to. You integrate something in. Right? So in the, this is good. Okay. Clinical practitioners have integrated mindfulness. अब were integrated कैसा होता है? This is out. Could के बाद V1 always. Could integrated wrong. है ना? So have integrated mindfulness in treatment of a host. I explained this. Okay. Dash borderline personality disorder. You are giving examples. Whenever you give examples, XAT English says take such as. So such as this. Number of practitioners, number of such practitioners. This is given in my grammar 150. The number of singular, a number of plural. So the number of such practitioners, understood है यहाँ पे the है. The number of such practitioners, ऐसे practitioners का number has increased substantially. Is it clear everybody? So grammar points बहुत सारे आ गए यहाँ पे. I have explained everything. याद रख लो, क्या पता कौन सा आ जाए. ठीक है? Confirm करो, clear है. I'll take you over to the last question. Come on, Nausheen. Ontologies. Yes, Pavnaj. Examples जहाँ पे आएगा वहाँ पे such as आना चाहिए. Come on, everybody. Ontologies are equated with taxonomic hierarchies. Taxonomy, you know, categorization, है ना? Equated. So people think ontology is the same as this. Class definitions and subsumption. बकवास words हैं यहाँ पर. Just go down and check these. Okay. E, most of you. Yeah, good. How do we do this? Wait. Ontologies are frequently equated or often equated. थोड़ा सा confusion है यहाँ. With taxonomic hierarchies of this and dash subsumption relation. Right? Subsumption relation can be a और the, दोनों में से कोई भी आप सोच सकते हो यहाँ पे, क्योंकि रिलेशन का रिलेशंस बन सकता है. सो एंड अ सबसम्पशन रिलेशन एंड द सबसम्पशन रिलेशन. ओके, yet ontologies need not be. So here we are showing you the difference between ontologies and taxonomy. दोनों में जो फर्क है taxonomic hierarchies में. So how will you show the difference? Yet or but. Yet but दोनों है. Okay, here you are showing a stark difference. Okay, yet कब होता है? When it's subtle. That's the difference between but and yet. Here you are showing the clear difference, the stark difference between ontological hierarchies, sorry, taxonomic hierarchies and ontologies. So it comes here, subsumption relation something, but ontologies need not be limited to forms. Such forms, these forms. Such forms, these forms, क्या difference है दोनों में? कोई difference नहीं है. They need not be limited to such forms. Which forms? Is forms mentioned here? These forms, वो भी दिया हुआ है. So such forms and these forms के basis पे you cannot eliminate. Okay? Are often equated, frequently equated. Frequently is when something is done as an activity. Okay, they frequently discuss this in the class. She frequently practices her badminton, something as an activity. So here, generally like ऐसा होता है, often is better. Got it? So on the basis of this, yes, you can eliminate. On the basis of such and these, you cannot eliminate. This or these होता तो गड़बड़ हो जाती, तब पकड़ सकते थे. ठीक है? So often equated with this and subsumption relation, the subsumption, a subsumption, quite a mouthful, और the subsumption. यहाँ पे क्यों है subsumption relation? दोनों के बीच का जो relation है, ठीक है? So they are talking about the and but they need not be limited to this. Yet is for more subtle something. So this is the best one. हाँ प्रतीक बोलो. Why not be? Often the यहाँ पे and the subsumption relation. Yes, I told you, because yet यहाँ पे we need but. Yet is for very subtle. यहाँ पे contrast दिखा रहे हो आप, मतलब stark difference दिखा रहे हो आप. Ontologies need not be limited. There is this big difference between these two. People generally think they equate this with this, but there is a difference in this. ठीक है? So उसमें but ही आता है. चलिए, we are done. Pack up करो. Whatever part of the New Year day is left, party करो, enjoy करो. ठीक है? Have fun, be good. God bless you all. I know you guys are going to do very well in XAT. What else? All the very best. Okay, Kasturi and Ranjan and everybody. And once again, I am really sorry for the glitches that happened. That is some kind of server problem that was unavoidable today. So it's okay, once in a while हो जाता है. कुल मिलाकर के हमारा 8-10 मिनट कुछ बर्बाद हुआ होगा. But you can forgive us for that. I say sorry once again. Okay? Thank you guys. Thank you so much. I hope the explanations are clear. I have tried my best to give you every possible point इधर उधर जितना भी है. These questions were taken from 2014 and 15 because आप में से जितने लोग भी PYQs कर रहे हो, you started from 25, okay, 25, 24, and 17, 18 तक जा करके people were running out of steam. So as the last bit, I tried to bring these for you. थोड़ा सा इसमें हमने ग्रामर कर लिया. You never know, ग्रामर का points तो अक्सर repeat होता है. ठीक है? All right. DM का होगा विकास. But obviously today it's 1st Jan. थोड़ा सा enjoy कर लो जाके. Thank you Yashasvi. Thank you so much for saying that. Thank you.